What up, and welcome back to another Never Broken Auto video. It's Sunday. I just got back from rock climbing and camping this weekend with the friends, and right now I have the pleasure of opening a gift that's actually a test part for my Miata, and I gotta give a review on them, and yeah, hopefully it's actually gonna fix a few of the issues that I'm having with my car, fitment wise, to engine to chassis, and yeah, I'm gonna open these up and see what they look like. So this is from AWR Racing. I was able to get in touch with them, and I let them know about a few issues I was having when I started this build, and honestly, I'm hoping this is going to fix all of it. And yeah. Dude, the Miata stickers. Oh, those are sick. Oh! A Miata shirt? Dude, it's got the MV on there. Yo! Alright, I'm gonna open that in a sec, but any guesses at what it could be? Take a guess right now. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I know what it is. Wow, these are beautiful. Wow. So, you guys can't tell, this is actually an engine mount that is adjustable to some degree. There's an eccentric bolt here, just like a normal Miata eccentric, say on your lower control arms or your uppers. And this will adjust a swing one way. I gotta look at how it needs to be set, but this should just bolt right up, go in, but wow, these are beautiful. This will bolt up to the block, and here's the eccentric bolts. Gotta loosen these, especially on this side, and then this will have play in the mount. But it can basically be moved quite a bit. I gotta look at the adjustability of the eccentric, but it looks to be quite a bit movement. But these mounts are beautiful. They're not too heavy. They're powder coated a nice like silver gray, and the durometer, the mounts that I currently have in the car are red. I'm pretty sure they're like a track use. These should be a bit more mild, a street and track use, so the car should feel a bit nicer to drive now, to be honest. It's not really a solid mount, but very, very well built. Look at all the welds. Back plate's super sick. All the welds are super clean. Beautiful.
Baby, I know that you trust me. When I leave, I bring back money. So clean, all the damn thing on me.
So AWR actually offers a lowered and a normal height mount for your engine. This is basically a combination of both, and you have a lot of adjustability. As you guys can see, there's eccentric bolts on both sides. So you would loosen the locking nut, and then you would spin this cam bolt, and that would allow it to raise or lower. This is really, really good for my application because I have a turbocharger, I have intercooler piping, and I also have a downpipe that was not there from factory. And it's kind of hard to tell, but if you guys can look right back there, downpipe lays directly on the frame. And in boost, the whole chassis, and I mean the whole chassis, just rattles. Everything rattles. So with these mounts, I will be able to raise one side of the motor, say this side with the turbo, and allow for clearance on the downpipe. on one side over here, passenger, I'll be able to lock it in the stock location and raise one side while having the other side in its stock location. So I'm gonna pull this car in. I'm gonna get the old motor mounts off and get going on the new ones. But before I do that, really quick, I gotta do a data log. So I'm gonna start the car up, do a little data log real quick, and then we'll get to pulling the motor mounts. This should maybe take like an hour or two. Pretty self-explanatory. Remove 4 bolts on the block on both sides. Insert your new motor mount, get that all set up correctly, drop it back into its hole, and then adjust the height accordingly. So probably take a little bit of finesse, but we'll get it going. I know this is kind of ugly, but my dash like sometimes intermittently works, but it's because of the trace on the back of this, and I just leave it off for now so I can like press it if I want to see the mileage and stuff. See, like, look how it's not working right now. Ready? Press one thing and it should be good, but runs pretty good. Still trying to figure out the tuning stuff. After this, actually, I'm gonna go test out the engine mounts, and then I'm gonna pull my ECU and actually send that out, and hopefully get a replacement and stop fixing the issues that I've been facing for the past year and a half while tuning. Because this car, although it works great for casual driving and a bit of boost, wide open throttle, there is a misfire, a blowout, or something of some sort that it doesn't like in boost, only during wide open throttle. And I'm telling you, I have searched far and wide for the issue on this car, and I don't know what it is. So if it isn't the ECU, then obviously it's something on my car. And yeah, so I'm gonna get that fixed, and knowing that I just have a new ECU, that'll fully eliminate something for me off my list of problems that it could be. So if that fixes it, then that was hopefully the issue. And then I can actually start driving or breaking drivetrain parts, which is like my whole goal for this fucking car. I'm just rambling on, but dude, I really just want to drive this car, break drivetrain parts, shred tires, and yeah, just beat the piss out of it. But other than that, she runs good. Alright, I just wanted to show you guys an example of like what the car sounds like while it's running. It's kind of hard to hear, but like everything inside kind of just rattles. It's really quite annoying, so I'm really hoping that like the vibrations and the noises are really reduced. And also like the feel. Like I really want the chassis to feel not as race car-y. I mean, I know the car is a track car, but I want it to have a nicer feel to it. Just more smooth while driving. So we'll see if it does it. And yeah, hopefully these mounts are fucking exactly what I was looking for. Yo! Alright, car's up in the air, bumpers off. I'm gonna leave the wheels on unless I need to take them off. But since the car is in the air, I did want to show you guys these fitment issues. I don't know if you can see, but that downpipe does not have much clearance right there. Here, let me go 0.5. So downpipe is clearly touching the frame. That goes up. This is the left side of the trans. And this side, motor mount is right there, but basically all we have to worry about is some brake lines. There. And then over here, right to the left of the steering shaft. So I'm gonna get these up and out and swap out these ones because they're not very good. Alright, it's kind of hard to tell, but I have loosened the bolts that are connecting, the 14s that are connecting the engine mount to the chassis. However, it is really hot, or the downpipe is still really hot because I just had the car running. So I'm just letting some air cool it down, and while the air does that, I am fixing this idle air control valve plug because it no longer clicks on. And I had an extra wiring harness. So I just depinned it on this one. I'm about to depin it right here and put this new plug on. To depin it, you just want to remove this little yellow clip. You'll push inside of these little holes with a little paper clip, and then it will release. And then on the inside, kind of hard to see, but in there's these little gates that you need to fucking press down and simultaneously while you press down, you want to pull out the wire from the back, and then that'll just pull out the pin. So I'm gonna do that real quick, plop the new ones in, and then this should click right on. All right, it's repinned, put that little piece back in there, and now it'll just click right back on. Oh yeah, there you go. All right, engine is pretty damn cool now. I'm gonna jack the motor up. As you can see, I have a little piece of 2x4 just holding up the oil pan, and I'm gonna slowly jack it up, and you'll see the motor mount slowly come up and out. And you'll probably notice a bunch of washers that are going to fall off because I have like 3 or 4. Motor mount is just floating, and those were the washers that I used to stack to get extra clearance on this side. But with these mounts, we'll no longer need those. So I'm gonna get these out, and yeah. And just like that, one motor mount is out. I gotta see how I can pull that out. All right, getting out this one is kind of a pain. You have to go through this little area back here and pull it through there, and then I'll be able to slide out. But I just wanted to show you guys a difference of the mount. So this is driver's side and this is driver's side, but this doesn't have any adjustability here. This just, the bolt slides in and comes down. This one, as you guys can see, a little bit different, will have a bit of movement up and down. So all I have to do is bolt this onto the block, and then for adjustability, I will loosen this bolt with the eccentrics, and then I'll be able to shift the motor up and down. All right, I'm gonna take off this nut. This washer will be on the outside. Pull that off. This will then slide up into here. All right, best way to do this, come up into the wheel well, bring your mount, and slide it through. If I can even do so. There we go. All right, once the mount is kind of just chilling in there in the relative area, you just want to hold it up by hand with one and bolt it up with the other. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll show you guys when I'm done. All right, got one side bolted up to the block, and everything looks great. I'm just gonna rotate the lower part in to where that hole, the middle hole is, and then drop it down. My best piece of advice to get these lined up and ready to drop back into the hole is to get the stud as close as you can to the hole that it needs to sit in, and then you want to slowly lower the jack and just watch it and have an extra hand on the motor that you can use for leverage to allow this to pop in. I'm gonna go ahead and try this now. I don't think I'll be able to record it, but I will get back to you guys once driver's side is fully in. Okay, I finally got the driver's side mount semi-in. What I mean by semi-in is I had to unbolt it on the block side. I only have one bolt holding it in, but I now have the thread lined up into the hole. So now I'm gonna line up
the rest of the holes for the chassis or to engine block to the mount, and then I will tighten those up, drop it down, and this side will be done. All right, I've got that side all bolted up, and I'm now working on the passenger side. Removal is quite a bit easier since we have a lot more access, at least on this side. But remove 314 mils, pull the mount out, slip the new mount in. You want to drop the mount into the subframe first, lower the engine, and then thread the bolts back in. That's the best way I found to do it, so I'm gonna get that done right. And just like that, they're done. So this side's installed. I just got the 3 bolts matched up onto the block, sat it into there, and we are all lined up. But these eccentric bolts are still loose, so I'm gonna pull this out and raise the motor up. All right, so both mounts are installed. They're torqued down on this lower nut down here. Those are torqued down on both sides, so are the ones to the block. And then for adjustment, you don't actually take anything off. With the eccentrics right here, I'm just gonna zoom in. With the eccentric bolt on this side, you're gonna turn that one counterclockwise or clockwise, depending on which way the bolt is routed. If the bolt was on the opposite side, I would have to turn it right to raise the motor, but with it facing forward on the driver's side, I have to turn it left to raise it. Okay, it's gonna be very, very minimal movement, but there is change in the height if you watch. So I'm gonna turn this eccentric bolt all the way left first, and that'll be at its raised or most raised point. So I don't know if you'll be able to see a little bit of movement. I mean, it's actually quite a bit of movement. I wouldn't say little. For a motor mount, that's actually crazy. Look, ready? And right there, it's maxed out. Hope you guys saw at least a little bit of movement. All right, so I've got the motor basically where I want it. As you can see, it's a little bit tilted to the left, and it's again really hard to see, but back there, right there, my downpipe is clearing. It clears. That used to sit right on the frame, so I'm sure it's gonna feel a lot better. And right now, I'm taking electronic torque wrench, and I'm gonna torque the bolts to 110 foot-pounds. Since it is an eccentric bolt, it wants to be up pretty high in the torque spec. So 110 is where I'm setting it at. And yeah, I'm gonna set them down. Set the car back down. 110. All right, that one is set to 110 foot-pounds. Camera's dirty, I'm dirty, but you might need a friend to help you torque that. It was kind of hard to do by myself, or I mean, it wasn't hard, but it took a bit of effort. So if you have a friend, it'll make it a bit easier. So now I'm gonna torque up the driver's side, put the wheels back on, headlights back on, go get some new bulbs, because I had a bulb that was making it flash fast when you turn the I can't even speak. When you turn the right turn signal on, it would flash really quickly. So I'm gonna go get a new bulb with that, go for a little drive, see how it feels. And yeah, one sec, I'm gonna get this shit all done, get a little cleaned, and yeah, hold on. All right, right now in the air, next one, back on the ground, and we're about to go test drive it. I'm gonna turn it on, let the car warm up, and first test will be like idles, like idling, rattling, how much it idles while it rattles, and we'll see if I notice a difference there. I'm sure I'll notice something right off the bat. But yeah, honestly, install, since I'm the prototype dummy tester, It was kind of confusing at first figuring out how the eccentrics work and which way it needs to turn to get it to raise or lower. But once you figure it out, pretty fucking simple. And I mean, it definitely is tilted. It's given me a lot of clearance from the downpipe to the chassis, and I'm sure it's gonna feel great once I go for a drive. But I'm gonna clean up this garage. I'm gonna wash my hands, wash my face really quick, and then I'll start it up, see the difference. Garage semi-clean. I'm gonna mop the floor tomorrow, but car back together on the ground. Got some wrap. This is for my mom's car and my car at the same time. It's gloss pearl white, and I can finally finish the bumpers on this one, the rear bumper and the front bumper. And the car will basically be all wrapped and ready for the new motor. If you guys haven't seen that, we got a little nice stock rebuild going. I repainted all this stuff, made everything look nice, cleaned everything. And yeah, the motor or the block is up here. Got new pistons, well, old pistons, but they're new to some degree. And I'm gonna get rings, head gasket, new rod bearings, main bearings, crank bearings, all the stuff like that. Rebuild that one, and hopefully have a stock ripper. But I'm gonna go turn this on, go for a drive. All right, here is the first start with the new engine mounts. I'm hoping to feel a lot less vibrations in here. And yeah, here, I'll close the door. We'll see how it is. Wow. So honestly, the car does rattle a lot less inside. It definitely feels different. It feels like the motor is just attached differently. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels very good. They look really good. I can't really say they don't fit good. I actually love it. Mounts feel great. There is a little bit more rattles coming on here and there, but overall everything feels amazing. I really love these. So I will say some different rattling has like up here just in casual driving, but I mean the car is gutted, so things are going to rattle. But while in boost, the chassis doesn't like shake. Which is, or was, my main issue, and that's actually eliminated right now, and I am quite freaking happy. These feel great. Like right now, it rattles a little bit, and there's probably a few things on the outside, like the fender and like the bumper I need to secure better. But other than that, it feels great. I haven't really done like a full... feels great. I absolutely love them. Woo! In boost, the fucking chassis doesn't rattle. Wow, it feels great. As you guys could tell from my reaction and a little bit of driving, they made a pretty big difference. And I will say my car started to trip out like on the drive, so I just came back and parked it. I don't know what it would be. This car has so many random issues at times, which it really sucks, but that doesn't matter. The mounts are in, they feel great. And honestly, thank you to AWR Racing, thank you to Ali, and thank you to Tony over there. They were a great help with getting me these and allowing me to prototype or test the prototype. I'm really thankful for them, and I can't thank them enough. So thank you guys for watching. I know this wasn't like a tutorial or whatever, but if you guys would like to test out these mounts, please go buy them. They come out on the 23rd of this month, so a few days. And yeah, you'll be able to raise and lower your engine if you want to. And to be honest, I don't know how much they will be. They haven't discussed the price yet, so I don't know that information right now. But if you do check their website after the 23rd, there will be a price on there that can be seen. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. It'll probably be about this one over here. But for the meantime, go watch my other videos, subscribe, comment. What do you guys like about the videos the most? And yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Later.